Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin Muhammad Zaini. My supervisor will be Madam Siti Afifah binti Mohsin. Okay, for today I will present about my FYP project, development of prosthetic link control using Arduino Uno with force sensor register. For introduction of my project, purpose of the project is to help the amputees by creating a device that can alert the user. And this device is to detect the excess force between the prosthetic limb and the inner skin of the patient. For the project background, the sensor, which is FSR, will be placed at the surface of the sock or socket for the amputees to wear before install the artificial limb, which is the artificial leg. The existing product does not have a sensor to alert the user of prosthetic limb about the excess pressure. I take this from Alpha K 2016. The objective. My project is to develop a prototype of prosthetic limb that controlled by Arduino using FSR to detect force at transtibial amputation and display alarm on smartphone. Significance of my project. This project only beneficial for amputees who are unaware of the force inside their artificial limb. This project also will help humans by making their life easier by inventing a new device that will change amputees' lifestyle. Limitation of my project. My project is only for below knee amputation users only, not for upper limb. And this device sizing of user amputee limb because it might be vary in size and form, which is the size is for only normal one, and the range of user are in range of 18 to 70 years old. And then the review. One, the title is Detection of Prosthetic Knee Movement Faces via in-socket sensor of feasibility study. Summary of this project. Research about a pattern of recognition of mechanical response at the internal socket wall. The advantages of for my project. The FSR was chosen based on its small size, which is 1.25 millimeter diameter thickness and 12.7 millimeter diameter. And the limitation, the piezoelectric sensor could be useful in recognizing the knee movement better than the FSR. For the journal 2, the title is Piezoelectric BIMORPH Characteristic as in Socket Sensor for Transfemoral Amputees. Summary of the project. FSR, it will use of piezoelectric BIMORPH as a socket sensor for transfemoral amputees. Advantages for my project. FSR, which direct contact between the amputee and the socket device in the presence of the in-socket sensor. Limitation of the journal. The FSR is placed on the curved surface as the effective area is bent, and this affects the dynamic response of the device. Original 3, the title will be Toward the Evaluation of Force Sensing Register for In Situ Measurement of Interface Pressure During Leg Compression Therapy. For the summary of this project, the research about the evaluation of force sensing register which the applied pressure has to be in specific range in order to have an effective treatment. Advantage for my project, FSR, which is portable, thin, flexible, low cost, and easy to use. For the limitation, if the applied pressure is insufficient or non-sustained, it leads to a less effective treatment, and if the pressure is excess, tissue damage will occur. For the journal 4, the title will be The Technique of Interface Stress Measurement Within Prosthetic Socket of Transtibial Amputees, a review of the past 50 years of research. Summary of this project. The operating principle, advantages and disadvantages of conventional and emerging techniques used for interface stress measurement inside the transtibial socket. Advantages for my project. Due to their distinguished feature including thin construction, small profile, flexibility, good sensitivity, relatively simple structure, and easy to use, which is FSR. And the limitation of the journal, condition increase the weight of the prosthetic during the experiment, it will affect the accuracy of interface pressure measurement. 5. The title will be Variable Knee Joint Angle Measurement System based on Force Sensitive Register. This project is just about the gait measurement system using variable sensor that will calculate the gait cycle in variable locomotion activities. This project utilized using FSR that will calculate the angle of the knee. The advantages for my project, the FSR doesn't involve any risk factor for testing on humans. Limitation, it requires a person to walk in a limited predefined track, making the person walk consciously. For the gymnastic, the title will be an inductive sensing system to measure in socket residual limb displacement for people using lower limb prosthesis. Summary of this project: to assess the performance of an embed system design that measure the distance between prosthetic socket wall and residual limb. Advantages for my project: FSR have been widely used to measure interface pressure that changes in socket speed manifest as increased pressure. For limitation, accommodation strategy required the prosthesis user to recognize when the changes are needed through the indications such as pain, skin breakdown, stumbling, or force. From all of the journal, I will use FSR as my sensor because all of this using FSR more than using uh, piezoelectric by more. Okay, for the first is block diagram. The input will be power supply and the FSR. The process will be Arduino Uno and ESP8266 module, and the output will be LED, smartphone, and buzzer. That when the FSR start reading a force, if the force below that 8 Newton, the green LED will on. If no, if the force below in the range of 8 Newton to 12 Newton, the yellow LED will on. If the force are higher than 12 Newton, red LED will on, the buzzer also will on. Alarm will be sent to the smartphone by using Blink software. And hardware that I use for my project, not MCU ESP8266, Arduino, buzzer, AC adapter, LED, FSR, and resistor. Resistor is only for LED to make it functional, which is 220 ohm. That's the value that I choose. I will use Arduino, Proteus, and Blink software. My project design, at the left picture will be the prosthetic leg. Okay, and the middle picture will be the socket wall, which is will have buzzer, LED, and FSR. Then and the right will be the Arduino will read the data of force from the sensor will be processed in the Arduino Uno. MCU 8266 will be used in the Arduino because I might not have enough port. And then the module will use by using Blink software, the data result will be shown in smartphone. It's the chart for my project. Okay, this is my preliminary result. Okay, for the preliminary result, I will use LCD to display the force, but in for the real one, I will use smartphone, which is by using Blink. This project is suitable for the amputees because it can help detect the force inside the prosthetic leg while using it. And this project will also learn about how important of the tissue inside the limb. References. This six reference for my sixth journal. This one will be my other journal that I prefer. That's all from me. Thank you and assalamualaikum.